The Latino Center of Art and Culture is kicking off its 13th annual El Panteón de Sacramento in honor of Dia de los Muertos, also known as Day of the Dead. And joining me live to share more is Executive Director for the Latino Center of Art and Culture, Carissa Gutierrez. Welcome, Carissa.
Yeah, thanks for having me back.
Yeah, we're excited to have you on. So tell us about El Panteón de Sacramento 2022.
Oh, I'd love to. So actually, El Panteón de Sacramento literally translates to the cemetery of Sacramento. So we do, for about 3 days, starting tonight, actually converted our entire center into an actual cemetery filled with family-built altares, with vendors, and with live programming for the next 3 days.
Wow. And why is El Panteón so important?
Oh, it's incredibly important to us. This is the 13th year that we do it, and it's a way for us to not only keep our cultural practices alive, but to bring the community together for something that's so important to us.
Yeah, and who can participate in this event?
Anyone can. So everyone is welcome to come talk to the people who have built the altares, come and really enjoy the music, the food, the celebration, but it's really open to everyone. It's not just exclusive to one group.
And you mentioned, this is a 3-day event. What can attendees expect when they come out?
Oh, so every single day, not only do we have the 40 altares and we have the over 26 vendors and we have programming every hour beginning at 5 p.m. ending at 4 p.m. on Sunday, but there's actually a live procession every single day.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, and we got to talk about some of the stuff that you have displayed here, starting off with the artwork. Can you walk us through it a little bit?
I'd love to. So it may look familiar to some native Sacramentans here in Sacramento, but this image is actually taken by our artist in residence, Ruben Reveles, who took this photograph at the Day of the Dead celebration in Oaxaca several years ago, and now hangs on my wall. But if you've ever been to Midtown Cantina Alley, it's actually there as well. But this is a piece that really speaks to us, and this imagery that we're seeing is representative of a certain figure in the Day of the Dead folklore called La Catrina. And what she does is she really guides the spirits into the next world. So you typically see women with their big hats, big dresses, kind of behaving a certain way because this is a cultural practice that we've seen celebrated for many centuries.
And I'm definitely a regular at Midtown Cantina, so I've seen this before. So when you pointed that out, I thought that was awesome. And you were also mentioning earlier that you also build the altars. Can you tell us what that's supposed to signify?
Yes, of course. So the practice of building altares is a pre-Hispanic one. It's a universal practice of really honoring the dead. And what we have here, especially here in Sacramento during El Panteón, is a very short snapshot of a small town in Mexico, where essentially we've built a chapel and we've recreated the cemetery, but the altares is also part of it. So families from all throughout the region come and spend several days cultivating this sort of a beautiful demonstrative piece with artifacts, with images, with food, anything that kind of helps them remember those that we've lost and keep their memory alive.
Wow, I love that. And you also have these beautiful flowers here as well.
Yes, so these marigolds are known to us as cempasúchil. And cempasúchil has a very unique role in this custom as well. The color and the smell itself does quite a bit to guide those who have passed back into the afterlife. And as we sometimes say, November 2nd is really Day of the Dead. And so during this time, there's a portal that opens and closes where the two worlds sort of combine. And these marigolds sort of guide them back to the afterlife. And so these are filled, we have them at every single altar. That's why you see this flower everywhere during this time. But it means a great deal to us and in our celebrations.
Oh, I love that. And you described so well why people should come out, but why is it important that people do come out and celebrate El Panteón de Sacramento?
Oh, it's I think that sometimes a misconception is that honoring the dead is somehow a somber or a sad experience, when in fact to us it's incredibly joyous. And I know that I speak for myself, but what I love seeing is the intercultural nature and the intergenerational nature of it. I see grandparents walking with their grandchildren through it and talking about not only the folks who have passed in their lives, but also sharing, certain memories, keeping certain traditions alive. And if we lose that, we really lose a sense of our identity. And not only are these practices so important to us, they are in fact universal. We see that, my friends and colleagues have also adapted certain elements of this to be able to honor the people that they've lost and to be able to keep their memory alive too.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. And it sounds like there's going to be so much fun and just a great time at this event. How much is it going to cost and how do people register?
It is absolutely free. And the reason for that is because we truly believe that these cultural practices need to remain accessible to the community. So not only will we have, free parking and free attendance, and we do accept donations, but there will be access to a lot of different foods and experiences that ordinarily people wouldn't have. So you mentioned it's National Chocolate Day. We will have a chocolatier on site who actually prepares chocolate in a very pre-Hispanic fashion. So all 3 days you'll be seeing that there as well.
All right, you guys have it all covered. How else can folks participate in El Panteón?
So many ways, so many ways. So not only should you try to make it out, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but you can also follow us on social media. We will be live streaming quite a bit of it. But the other piece that we've been working on, we're really excited about, is we're developing a documentary about this. So we've been interviewing the actual altar makers all week, and we'll be putting this together and releasing it in the next 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh, so much happening. I'm excited about this. Could you tell us a little bit more about LCAC as well?
Yes. The Latino Center of Art and Culture was originally founded in 1972 during the Chicano movement by members of the Royal Chicano Air Force, which is a collective here in Sacramento and makes us very proud to have that heritage here. And in the past few years has evolved quite a bit to also meet the needs of the community. But aside from it just being dedicated to elevating the voices of artists in our community, it's also about bringing the community together to enjoy these artistic practices.
Oh my gosh, and tell our viewers one more time, when is El Panteón de Sacramento coming up and how can they register?
Yes, so it starts today, 5 p.m. at the Latino Center of Art and Culture at 2700 Front Street. It runs straight through the night. Tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and Sunday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. But you can go to thelatinocenter.org or any of our social media sites like SAC_LCAC on Instagram and the Latino Center of Art and Culture on Facebook.
Perfect. Carissa, thank you so much for joining us this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Of course. I'm going to let our viewers know where they can go for more information. As you pointed out, the latinocenter.org.